What's up, you guys? Eddie at Fliptroniks. We're going to be checking out the Samsung Galaxy S10 versus the Moto G7. Alright, so both these phones are basically brand new right now. The S10, however, is going to run for a lot more money at around $900 versus the $300 price range of the G7. So I'm going to do a spec comparison real quick, a sound test, a gaming test. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll also leave some links down there if you want to check either of these phones out on Amazon. Alright, so let's get into the displays. Now, the S10 right now is my favorite display of any phone. It's got a dynamic AMOLED display that looks awesome. It's 6.1 inches. There's no notch on this phone, so you get like the full display. Over here on the G7, you got a 6.2 inch display that's LCD, so it's not going to be as good. The other problem with this phone is when you're running a lot of different, apps, games, whatever it might be, you're not going to get the full display. It usually cuts off a little bit, but for $300, I mean, it's definitely hard to complain. Processor-wise, you've got the Snapdragon 855 processor on the S10 over here. Then, of course, you've got the Snapdragon 632. So, obviously, you're looking at a faster performance phone over here on the S10. But, like I said, hard to complain with the G7 because, honestly, it's a lot cheaper. Other than that, camera-wise, 12-megapixel back camera on the G7. It's got an 8-megapixel front-facing camera, which is really good for selfies, but you cannot beat the 16-megapixel triple lens back camera over here on the S10. You got the 10-megapixel front-facing camera. Honestly, camera-wise, it's gonna really be hard to beat the S10 right now. I mean, this phone is just absolutely ridiculous. It's got an amazing camera, and you kind of pay for what you get on here. Plus, I think Samsung probably has the best cameras of any phone, when we're talking about any phone manufacturer. Now, other than that, battery life, both phones, you've got a 3000 mAh built-in battery on the G7 over here, which is still really good, but you've got a 3400 mAh built-in battery on the S10, so you can expect a much better battery life on the S10 as well. All right, so let's load up some gameplay over here now that I ran through some of the specs. I'm gonna load up, I guess we'll do Armed Heist first, because it's one of my favorite games right now, and honestly, it'll just kind of be cool to see it on the G7. I've already been doing it on the S10, obviously. All right, let's see what loads up faster here. All right, definitely loading up a lot faster on the S10 for sure. Alright, so I think you're still going to be really impressed with the sound quality on the G7 because it is still a really loud phone. Alright, I'm going to bring it down here now to the S10. Oh, that was a nice kill. All right, I'm gonna take it back to the home screen on both phones. Honestly, I thought the G7 was a little bit louder. Now the sound quality, however, on the S10, it just sounds a lot smoother. I'm gonna load up Left to Survive, another, obviously one of my favorite games. And you can kind of see, especially on this one, you're gonna see a little bit of the notch on both sides, which is kind of annoying. It's gonna happen a lot of different things that you're playing on the G7, as opposed to down here on the S10, you're not gonna be really run into that problem. If you do, you can fix it in the settings. All right, anyways, let's get into some of this, and then I'll load it up down here on the S10. I'm gonna get it going now down here on the S10. I'm just gonna exit out of this. All right, let's take it back to the home screen for both phones. All right, you know, honestly, the S10 is obviously going to outperform the G7 on, you know, almost every level. You know, the sound quality on the G7, though, I thought it was pretty loud. It might have been louder than the S10, but it's a lot smoother, you know, when you're hearing the sound on the S10 as opposed to the G7. And, you know, gaming performance on the S10 is just ridiculously going to be a lot faster, smoother. You've got the beautiful display on this phone. You don't have the notch problem as you do on the G7. And, you know, if you've got the money, obviously, I say obviously go with that, you know, S10. The G7, though, for the price point it's selling at, and I really love these Motorola phones, the mid-range phones they've been releasing. It's still a winner over here as well. So it depends on if you've got the money. You know, obviously, I say go with the S10. If you're looking for more of a budget phone that's still going to be really solid, the G7's a really good pick. Now, I'll have links in the description if you want to check either of them out on Amazon. Please hit the like and share. Message me below on what you guys thought. Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all later.